Hello, lovely people. I'm Debs. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, Rainy Read Stuff. I'm in the book shack. All week I will be wearing a Reading Rebels Read Band Books sweatshirt. Luckily I have two, so it could be washed at some point. You never know. Anyway, that's not what I'm here for. It is Tuesday, and for the first time in forever, I'm going to do a tag on a Tuesday, like Tag Tuesday. I am going to do the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy book tag, which was created by the wonderful Gareth at Books, Songs and Other Magic to commemorate the 42nd, and if you've read Hitchhikers, you'll know that that's important, the 42nd episode of the live chat that he does with Dave and Olive called Is This Thing On a Thursday. Their last episode was the 42nd episode. So there are 8 questions. Question number 1. Demolishing your house. What book would you look for first to save from the demolition? This is a really difficult question. I'm going to resist the temptation to say my iPad because it's got lots on there. And instead, I'm going to say a P.G. Wodehouse book, preferably a compendium, so that there is more than one wonderful edition in there. And it could be either Jeeves and Wooster, or it could be a Blandings. Because I think if my house was demolished, I'd probably need cheering up. P.G. Wodehouse is guaranteed to cheer me up. Right. Question 2. Vogon Poetry. Quote a poet, a line of poetry, or a lyric that you love. Well, we all know Vogon Poetry is supposedly the worst in the universe. And I've decided to go with some irreverence. So I found a poem in here, Henry Normal collected poems. Henry Normal is a comedian, a producer. He was born in Nottingham. He's got a beer and a bus named after him in Nottingham. That's got to be the height of achievement, hasn't it? Anyway, this poem is in honour of Gareth and Dave and Olive's chats. It's called Plain Biscuits. Why do rich people insist it's posh to eat plain biscuits? It seems to me rich tea are for the miserly, and nice are not nice at any price. Shortbread I particularly dread. I'd sooner have a happy face instead. Tradition is fine for old codgers, but the young at heart want jammy dodgers. A plain digestive is strictly for the restive and not suggestive of anything festive. Similarly, Garibaldis are for the oldies, as only old fogies can be force-fed a sandwich of bogies. Morning coffee are easy to debunk, being impossible to dunk. An arrowroot bicky can also be tricky. Abbey Crunch or Bourbon creams are not the munch of any dreams. I'd sooner walk on hot coals barefoot than eat fig rolls or a ginger nut. And I'd sooner be aborted than touch tea time assorted. Yet I can eat chocolate hobnobs. No probs. I like that. Also, it does say that you could quote a lyric you love, and I'm going to be equally as irreverent with the lyrics. Gareth likes music. He likes a good song. This lyric is from Kid Creole and the Coconuts, from a song called Annie, I'm Not Your Daddy. And the lyric goes, because if I was in your blood, then you wouldn't be so ugly. Question 3. 42. The answer to life, the universe, and everything. What is the point? What is the meaning of life? Well, how long have you got? We could philosophize on this forever and a day. But personally, I think the meaning of life is for humans to learn to get along with humans and animals and the planet. And so far, we've failed miserably and therefore are destined to do it again and again and again until we get it right. Question number 4. It's radio beginning. What is your favourite memory in your experiences as a listener to the radio? This, A Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The BBC first broadcast A Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in 1978. It was serialised on Radio 4. I think I was 12. I was banned from listening to it in public, as in a room where other members of my family were, because I laughed loudly and too much and people missed things. So I was banished to listen to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I used to record it because I missed things because I was laughing so much. I would laugh until I was sitting on my bed crying. I just thought it was the funniest thing ever. And I still think that the radio broadcast is better. I liked the television series that was later put out, but the radio broadcast is better. It's just the most fabulous thing. And if you ever get a chance to listen to it, you should. Question 5. The towel. What book or books would you pack for a holiday? Gruesome crime, probably. Hardcore crime or golden age crime. I like crime books. Whiz through them, find them very entertaining. Question 6. The Infinite Improbability Drive. Name a fast read. Hitchhikers is a fast read. But actually, a book I read last week, which is 600 pages, turned out to be a very fast read for me, and that was Jane Eyre. I absolutely flew through it, and it took me 2 days. I started it on the Monday morning, finished it on the Tuesday afternoon. Okay, I have time on my hands, and so I didn't fit a job into any of those days or anything, but still, it was a very quick read. Question 7. Name a book. Don't panic. Name a book with great levels of tension or suspense. One of the ones I have read recently is this, Death of an Airman by Christopher St. John Sprigg. And this had so many twists and turns in it. It kept the suspense going right to the end, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant. This is one of the British Library crime classics, which I recently started collecting. Number 8. TV and film. TV and film adaptations. Pick a book to discuss one or more TV or film adaptations that you know of that book. Pick the good and the bad if it's relevant to the book. Right, well, as you probably all know, I live in Nottingham. And so I ought to discuss Robin Hood. And there have been numerous adaptations of Robin Hood, starting as early as 1908. Several were silent films. I don't think I've seen any of those. The earliest film, the earliest adaptation of Robin Hood that I think I've ever seen is the one with Errol Flynn as Robin Hood and Olivia de Havilland as Maid Marian. I love that book. It's also got Basil Rathbone in it, who played Sherlock Holmes. I love that version of the film. That was 1938. Of course, there is a Disney adaptation which adds music to it, and is brilliant. I think it's fabulous. It also features the voice of James Robertson Justice, and I think he had a fabulous voice. He played Little John. There must have been 30 odd, 40 maybe, adaptations of Robin Hood. There's one called Robin and Marian, which had Sean Connery as Robin Hood and Audrey Hepburn as Maid Marian, and also featured Ronnie Barker as Friar Tuck. That one's good. I have never and will never watch Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I don't care how good people tell me it is. Kevin Costner, he can play Davy Crockett or Johnny Appleseed. He can't play Robin Hood. He's not British. Enough said on that one. Robin Hood Men in Tights. That's hilarious. That's by Mel Brooks and features John Cleese. Patrick Stewart appears at the end as well. I also haven't seen Russell Crowe. 2010. No, not watching that one. Television-wise, there was a series. There was one that starred Richard Green, who also starred in a film adaptation that was pretty good. But in the 80s, when I was late teens, there was a Robin of Sherwood television series, which, although I don't think had very much at all to do with the original stories, the beginning of the series did star Michael Praed as Robin Hood. And as a girl in her teens, I quite liked that version because I quite liked Michael Praed. Sure, no, Jason Connery took over. Didn't like him so much. I don't think Robin Hood should be blonde. Personal opinion. I think that's it, really. I've seen quite a few, but there are so many I haven't even scratched the surface. Right, so that was question 7. No, that was question 8. So I'm done. Did I do all of those? I think I did. Now, the prompt for number 9 is to tag people. I was tagged in this by Gareth and also by Pat, and between them, I think they've tagged every booktuber that I've ever known. So, I'm not going to tag people. I'm just going to say everybody should do this tag. And if you haven't read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, why on earth not? It's brilliant. And congratulations to Gareth and to Dave and Olive. And long may their Is This Thing On evenings continue. That's it from me. Bye for now. I shall speak to you very soon.